Okay, this is attempt number 2 already. It's taken me a little while to get back behind a camera, I guess. Obviously I went on holiday and that was 3 weeks ago. Doesn't excuse the absence. Not that there are too many people, I'm sure, who are worried. I'm doing good. I am doing better. I needed to just focus on myself. I know that sounds cliche, but I think I looked at my plate and everything that was on it and went, okay, what are we working with here? And just split things up, I think. I was like, right, I want to tackle this first. Now I want to tackle this. Now I want to tackle this. I wouldn't say what those things were, but it was very much like, right, for the next 3 days, yes, I've got, 4 things stressing me out at the moment, but I'm going to put 3 of them on hold while I deal with one of them. That's, frankly, the solution I came up with to combat everything. Sorry, I realised framing's still off. Production quality has not increased from my absence, but yeah, I have a job now. I am a brand ambassador. That's the title of the job, and I sell dog food. I sell a subscription to a dog food delivery company, and I've worked one shift and I made about the same what I was making at the school. For it's commission based though, so it's down to my performance, which I like. I've always, in my work, I think my previous employers would say that I go the extra mile, or at least try to. And I think in a role where it's quite literally down to how I perform, that's something I can excel in. It's uncapped. They love to mention that. They love to bring you in and talk about how we had one person who made, 15 grand in a month. I don't think I'm going to hit those, given how that person was working like 6 days a week. I only intend to work 4. But I think based on... I think I will do better than my first day, and my average will be better than my first day. And if my average is better than my first day, then I'm making enough to pay my rent, to pay for food, and to just fund my life. I've had on my door, there is from my time as a teacher, letters that the students would write to me. A lot of them just quite short. Thank you. I'm not going to say my name, but thank you, Mr. One of them's a drawing. I've got 4 drawings. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. But right in the centre of that is a piece of, I suppose, I don't know, it's called magic paper. Basically, it's, paper thin whiteboard, basically, that I've got stuck up, and it says, fuck 'em. Get a job, see someone, once you've done all of that, live life, get into drama school. Not necessarily in that order, but I think what I've just realised, I can actually tick off get a job now, and I will after I finish this. What I've realised now is I've got income now, and there is certain stuff that I think I'd like to start doing in terms of making my money maybe work for me a little bit more, or that's what people say on the adverts of, it's done your money work for you, which is basically investments. So I suppose, it wouldn't be the worst thing to set a little bit of cash aside, and I will do that on a percentage basis. Obviously, I think I'll have some months where I earn more and some months where I'll earn less. Obviously, rent needs to be taken out of the equation. I will narrow. I think what I want to do is really narrow down how much am I spending on food per month. Get that in one solid figure, because if I've got food and rent, that is my expenses right now. That's why I've been able to not be employed for since November. December, January, 3 months pretty much. 3 months. That's how I've been able to do it. Because I had a lot in savings and I only had to pay for food and my rent. And a gym subscription. I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm sorry, I don't know why I looked surprised during that, but you can see, I mean, that I'm very happy with that. But the beard it keeps on growing. I do need to shave that back a little bit. But yeah. All of that said though, I still feel like, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it, I guess. Like, I get very anxious constantly. I've always been an anxious person. Not anxious about, like, getting on stage or putting myself out on the internet. That's never been an anxiety of mine. My anxiety is, like, they're very intrusive thoughts, but then there are also their anxieties about what if this person hates you. And I think, obviously, you shouldn't care what people think. I don't agree with that completely. I think you should care what people think. I think it should not be on your agenda just to fuck everyone off. I don't think that it's synonymous with, oh, if you don't care what people think, then automatically you're upsetting everyone. I think obviously you can not care what people think and people can be fine with you. My worry is, and my worry has always been, and my anxiety has always been, is just like, what if the one time I'm like, do you know what, I'm not gonna just please this person's agenda, and that's the one time I need that person, or not need, but it's gonna benefit my life a lot more to have that person on my side, to have that connection, I guess. There's that, and then there's just, it does come from living alone. I'm doing fine, I will reiterate. Dad, if you're watching this, I love you, and I'm fine. I'm just saying what's on my mind at the moment. But I do, yeah, but that comes from living alone. And there's nothing I can really do about that. I frankly don't want to really get a flat with someone else, at least for a while. And yeah, and I like this situation I've got set up here. I could do with having more friends, and by more friends I mean more than the 0 people in London. Tell a lie. I've got there's a few people I speak to, but back home, it's especially growing up back home, I really made a point of becoming known, becoming people's friends, so that like every single day I'm going out, I'm seeing someone. Yes, that really messed up my, scholastic life, I suppose you could say. That's some adventurous grammar right there. It messed up my education a little bit, but I think it's just like, because I've always had the anxiety about like, if people know me, they will know I constantly ask, we cool? Are we cool? Would you tell me if we weren't cool? If you're seeing someone quite frequently, it puts it to bed. Because it's like, oh, it's fine. But if I haven't seen someone in like 2 months, 3 months, or if I don't meet up with people, I'm like, they hate me. And I suppose that's where it goes. I've spoken to ChatGPT. I do find the large language models are quite good to talk to about like mental health and stuff. I've been contemplating like maybe seeing someone about anxiety in terms of a GP. I'm really going to try and be back with these consistently. I see they're hitting 10 minutes. That's fine. I've got work. Today is Tuesday. I've got work Wednesday through till Saturday, and then Saturday evening after work, I'm going straight back home. I'm gonna try and make one every day. I really am. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this.